Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ, which strengthens me. Let's get straight into it. What are you not confident about? That's the first thing you need to figure out. So if you're not confident about something specific like your body, maybe you're not confident about how hardworking you are. That's a big thing that applies for me. Or anything like that, you need to figure out what that is. I feel like that's pretty simple to you. I feel like you'd be able to figure that out, right? But that's the first step to any of this. Intellectually think about the issue and then pray on it, right? Number two, make evidence for your insecurity. So this goes both ways. Let's say that you think that you aren't working hard enough. Well, if you kind of know that you're working hard enough, then start to think, well, hey, here's the evidence. And we'll talk about this later, but you have to go in your mind and really understand why you're unconfident. So the first thing I would do after understanding it is think, okay, what have I done in the past that has made me a hard worker? Because when you look in the mirror, do you think that you're a hard worker? Well, if you're unconfident, no. But if you think in your head and you think, I'm a hard worker, not only does that mentally put you in that mind state, but two, you're going to understand in your mind that if you have evidence of what you've done, no, I'm a hard worker. So for me, I'm a carpenter. If I think I'm a terrible carpenter, in my mind, this is a good example, I think, okay, well, what's the evidence that I'm not a terrible carpenter or that I do know what I'm doing? And then I think, okay, well, I've built a shed before. Okay, well, I've taken tests and I've passed tests before. Okay, well, I know how all these tools work. Okay, well, I helped this dude that one day and I taught him and he can do it now, right? All of these things add up. If you don't have evidence, per se, what you're insecure about is real, eradicate it. If you think in my scenario, if I really was a bad carpenter, I haven't trained, I didn't really try before, it's time to start making that evidence. So start doing that in your day-to-day life. This applies to everything. If you think, oh man, I don't think I'm very smart, I'm not very good at school or anything, try. If you're insecure about it, try and put in the work. Pray on it and try. That's all it's going to take out of you is for you to just try. So number three, we kind of already talked about this, but fixing the issue and doing more. So I want to elaborate on that. So let's say you want to be a iron worker and you're not very good at it. And there's no evidence of you being good at it because this dude's ahead of you or whatever. Here's what you need to do. Simple process. Take what the dude next to you is doing and throw it out the window. Respect what he's doing and learn from him. You are not him. Whether you've made mistakes or not, it's in the past. This is where you start. Start at your starting point, and I want you to think, I need evidence and I need to be better. And prove at that. That's all it takes. Because think about it, dude. If you were insecure about your body, you're not going to be very insecure about your body if you had a six-pack and you had low body fat and you're all healthy and stuff. You're not going to be insecure. You might be a little bit based on whatever your mental state is, but you're not going to be as insecure as the person who just quite simply doesn't look as good as you. I mean, it's just, or your original self, So you're not going to be insecure if you don't have a lot to be insecure about. And number four, the last thing I'm going to talk about here, there's something that is in the book, Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins, and he calls it your mental cookie jar, and I use this all the time. Basically, when you start to get those insecure feelings, those are like those demons that are trying to attack you and they're trying to make you feel bad about yourself. I want you to literally think of a cookie jar, and I want you to literally sit there and lock in and think like, okay, I'm not a hard worker, right? Like that's the big thing. I'm not a hard worker. I want you to go in your head and think, I spent 6 hours working on my business that day. Or if it's today, I woke up this morning and I went to the gym. Or a big one that I hear all the time, the big one that I know I have is, oh, I'm not even on self-improvement, dude. Like I'm not doing anything right. Nothing I'm doing is adding up to my life or helping. I'm just wasting my time and I'm not even getting to like do whatever I want and play video games and stuff and eat junk food. I want you to sit there and I want you to think, what was I like 2 months ago? You just took a cookie out of the cookie jar and it satisfies you and you just realize like, no. You snap and you're just back to reality. No, I am a hard worker. All the weightlifting I do, it hasn't even done anything for me. Look at your body from when you started to now. You see what I mean? Take that cookie out of that cookie jar, and that's what's going to kind of help you restore your confidence or understand your confidence level. I'm not saying that if you're not good at something, you should just act like you're confident in it. But if you're good at something and your brain still tells you you're not good at it, you need to take that cookie out of that cookie jar and say, no, I taught him how to build a house. I'm sorry, I don't think an average carpenter could do that, or an average person can just teach someone how to build a house. I am an accomplished worker. I am an accomplished businessman. I am accomplished in this. And if you're not, you need to work on that thing and get better. And eventually what's going to happen, it's basically natural human emotion. These things are all going to come together, and then you're going to emotionally and psychologically and logically work out in your head, no, I am worth it. What I do, I have no reason to be insecure about. And don't compare yourself to other people. Don't do any of that. Just work on it. Create evidence, or look at your original evidence and create more. Because the more that you do something, the more evidence you're going to have going at it, you know? I'd say this YouTube channel for me is a big thing. I have in the past really struggled with YouTube and content creation. This is evidence that I'm capable of doing it consistently. And when I think in my head, oh, I can't do it, I'm going to click on this channel and say, look, I've posted 3 videos now. That's the advice I got to give to you. Just remember, God gives you your strength, and I'll catch you in the next one. Please like and subscribe. Bye.